What's going on, Boo Bears? Happy 2021. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. You're watching a Mario Ramone review, and we're going to do our first review of 2021. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you like the video, definitely like the video, subscribe to my channel, and comment on the video. We're going to do the Bridgerton, as if you couldn't tell by the music. We're going to do the Bridgerton, okay? So I pray you've seen the show, because if you haven't, you're about to get a thorough verbal report. All right, let's just start out by saying that Chandra Rhimes is a damn trinity, because she did Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, and now she's given us a timepiece. You know, it's like she's giving it to us. Like, she's making us fall in love with the damn 1700s. Like, who even knew that it would be enough drama to hold our attention in 2020? Because it came out December 25th on Netflix, okay? So on 2020, that we're in the middle of a pandemic and shit. You know, we wear masks, like we doing back surgery on people. We're like, you know what I'm saying? And she's keeping us captivated. But I will say, the cinematography for this television show is, or this movie, whatever, I don't know. It's a series. Season 1. It was 8 episodes. Oh my God, I put in a whole workday. It was like 8 hours. So I'm gonna try and condense everything that we've seen from 8 hours into 20 minutes. Okay, so let's do it. Maybe 30. But anyway, I just want to say the cinematography was phenomenal. And if the Oscars don't recognize the wardrobe, those heifers, and they were dressed. Penelope gave me some of your better outfits. Penelope was the young girl who played like she was 10 years old with the red curly hair. But do you know, she was giving me the mother from the Golden Girls, Estelle Getty, because Penelope in real life is 33 years old. And she played that 10-year-old. I ain't never seen nobody play a 10-year-old who was 33. She gave it to us. Okay, she was no bigger than a pocket knife, a shot glass. Okay, but she gave it to us. Let's start out with everything. The one thing that I love, like I said, I love the clothes. I love the decor. Like the wallpaper against the curtains, against the furniture. Ooh, it was just so yummy. I was salivating. Like I was about those turquoise walls. As you can see, I love me a little color. But I was about the turquoise wall. It was just too much. It was just like, I felt like I was at an MC Hammer concert. You don't know what the hell to look at. You got MC Hammer over here. You got BNGB over here. And then you got them doing all this, please, Hammer, don't hurt them. And I'm like, what am I? It's just too much to look at. Then you got the love story. We trying to find out what Daphne's going to do with her woo-ha, honey. Poor Daphne. Daphne didn't know anything. The only thing that child knew how to do was blink. I blame the parents, because parents always sending us out in the world and don't tell us about credit, Roth IRAs, honey. They don't tell us about savings and all of this stuff. And she came back home after she was married and she was pissed at her mother. She was like, girl, you were supposed to tell me this. And the way they find out if you're pregnant or not, the maid will tell if you bled in the bed. If you bled in the bed, that means you're having your period. If you have a period and then 1 month you don't, and the maid is going to tell the mother, the head mother of the house, honey, I ain't seen no blood this month. And so she must have been spoiled. Okay? Speaking of spoiled, let's talk about Marina. Oh my God. So Marina is one of the family, like it was her husband's family member. But anyway, Marina, she got pregnant by St. George. He was in the war. He's a soldier in the war. And so before he went to go fight, they must have hooked up and did a little something. Now, you have to understand that in this time, everything was done in decency and order. Now, if there was scandal, everybody knew about the scandal. They putting all your business in the newspaper, honey. I don't give a shit what it is. They putting your business in the newspaper. If y'all arguing next door, they gonna be like, the Rutherfords was arguing next door and he called his wife a bitch. Now, it has to be in order. So if you were caught, having sex without being married, ain't nobody fucking with you. I ain't fucking with you. You little, you, like nobody is messing with you. You are a skunk smell, bitch. Everybody's running from you. And she was pregnant. So when she got sent to her family's house, the mother of the house was like, no. First of all, it was social season. This is how fucking proper they are. You can't just walk around this bitch. Ooh, hey, you fine. What you doing later on tonight? Running. Shit, I have to be at home way before the streetlights come on, honey. I am a lady and I need to be either with my brother's company or my father's company, honey. I cannot be seen with you. I don't know how they did anything with all that material they had in them dresses and the corsets and shit, fucking their ribs up. Them bitches could not breathe, honey. Can't say the B word in 2021. Those heifers could not breathe with those corsets. They were snatching them. The poor little baby even knew. She said, Mommy, she can't breathe. It can't go any further. Shit, she was like, honey, it is dating season. Go out there and get you a husband you take this skinny waist and go get go bring a husband home, honey. So it was social season. So they sent pregnant Marina to the family's house. What was their name? Oh my God, what was their name? The Featheringtons, baby.
Yeah.
What was their name? The Featheringtons.
Featheringtons.
The Featheringtons. So they sent her to the Featheringtons' house. The Featheringtons' mother, she was just shady. She was like, I'm saving the good men for my daughter. I'm going to introduce you to a motherfucker that's 3 minutes away from death. Like when he coughed, I need dust and smoke to come out of his esophagus, honey. That's who we're going to give you because you've already been spoiled going around having sex. So she was pregnant, and before she started showing, and plus it was dating season. Honey, when you're presented in society and these men are, honey, basically everybody was in heat. You know what I'm saying? Like how the cats be in heat and they be making that noise. They were backing it up, honey, on anybody who would have it. And so the queen was like, well, my nephew, honey, is a prince, and we damn sure got to find him some of this good out here. And this is his season, because he cannot, you know what I'm saying? Because they can't have sex, and we need him. He's a prince, and he fine. Honey, they throwing all this 1800 up in his face, honey. They lifting their dresses. You want some of this 1800? Honey, they was trying to give the prince some. But, you know, he's a gentleman, you know what I'm saying? So he couldn't. So then they found this one girl. She was one of the Bridgerton girls, honey. I think she was the younger one. But when she came, the queen got up out her seat. She was like, nah, this bitch is fierce right here, honey. Come here, Beyonce. Turn around for the people. Right. She was looking at her like she was J-Lo, bitch. Okay, we're going to bring our way off of the B word. But she was on that girl like J-Lo. Her name is Daphne. None of the girls really had big boobs. They would never make it in Hollywood today. Excuse me. They wouldn't make it in Hollywood today because none of the girls had big boobs. It just wasn't a thing, but a skinny waist was in there. You know, it's weird how every century has their thing. You know, whether it's the fake booty look, the bob haircuts, you know, I don't know, the Jerry curl. Every century, every decade has their thing. Century is way longer than a decade, okay? Let's talk about the Duke and the Duchess. Oh my God, what a love story from hell, right? So this is the thing. The king was attracted to Daphne, the younger girl. Like I said, the queen saw her. She was like, bitch, you're flawless. You'll be for my nephew. Well, anyway, in the middle of social season, she bumped into the the Duke. She bumped into the Duke. And so the Duke was like, damn, you fine, mommy. What you doing later? And she was like, shit, getting married to a prince? Well, anyway, they made a connection. And they kind of fell in love with each other. You know, I'm advancing the story, but in the middle of them courting, because the prince hadn't asked, you know, for them to get married yet. The prince hadn't asked for her hand in marriage. Baby's about to go. But the prince, bye baby, I love you. Bye baby. So the prince hadn't asked for Daphne's hand in marriage. Well, before he asked for her hand in marriage, she had already established a rapport with the Duke. And, she was feeling all moist and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I understood because that motherfucker was fine, girl. I get it. Okay? He's one of those fine men. Like, he was the Last Dragon fine. You remember that guy in The Last Dragon? And, he was so fine. Like, he's one of them kind of fine men that he don't make, like, heterosexual men want to turn gay, but they be like, well, I can recognize this motherfucker look good. Okay? He's that kind of fine. I don't know where the hell Chandra got him from. A cave in Arkansas. I don't know. He's like, what is it? That's how fine he is. When you see a motherfucker, he's like, ooh, what is it? What is it? And then he had all them 1800 clothes on. When he took those clothes off, honey, my men arms got just a little moist. Had to put a paper towel up under my arms, Because I be sweating when you're nervous like that. Oh, Chandra, she got their asses back. America, talk about, how everybody has something to say. I think Chandra Rhimes write characters and they don't have colors. Ethnicity or anything. I like that. I saw people that, and nobody made a pretty much a race issue about this particular show. And there were Black people, Asian people. There was everybody running around here, and So I like it. I like it. But what I was going to say, just to take a little quick petty moment, and that's exactly what this is. Call a thing, Yellow Van Zandt said. So, to make a quick petty moment, you know how everybody was talking about Scandal, how Kerry Washington, they letting this Black lady have sex with this white man. Well, honey, the tables have turned. The Duke is nailing the Duchess, okay? Like he's about to hang a picture. Every scene, honey, we can go past 3 minutes without them making love. And the weird thing is, it was so funny. I ain't trying to be funny. Like, pre-semen won't do nothing. Okay? He was doing the pull-out method. But that pre-semen is evil and dangerous, honey. Like a ninja in the night. Honey, come down all quiet and shit. Just throw a quick little ninja star, meaning some little swimmers. Right. Here we come, bitch. And so the Duke did not want to have any children. And he told the Duchess this before they got married. But the thing is, they were fraternizing, meaning kissing. It got hot and heavy. And you have to understand in these times, you didn't kiss nobody that was not your husband. You don't do that unless you are a Jezebel, honey. They was picking up from the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, pumpkin lamb. So anyway, they were kissing in the garden at a party of all things. But, they had to break up because he knew that he did not want to have children. He didn't really want to be married. But his auntie, she's a regal girl. Oh my God, she was giving me Aunt Viv from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Oh, his auntie gave me Aunt Viv. She was just poised in class, and she always walked with her head just a little above the rest. Just a little above the rest. I'm like, girl, you ain't gonna see nothing. You ain't gonna see the curve. You're gonna trip around and fall with your head up there. So anyway, the auntie who raised him, because his mother died at birth when she was giving birth to him. And the father was so insensitive. Like when his mother got pregnant with him, the father just took took the placenta, everything, took the baby. He didn't take the mother. He took the baby from her, honey, took the placenta, the umbilical cord, all that shit, honey. He was down the hall. Honey, I got me a son, a Duke. And so, like 35 seconds later, the mother never even held the baby. 35 seconds later, she died. I was like, this some bull crap. Oh my God. So the Duke and his father never got along. And all he wanted was his dad's love. And he would write his dad letters and letters and letters. And his father would not respond and give him the love that he was so longing for. And so he was just negative at thinking about having a baby. He was like, I'm not gonna have a baby. I don't want a family. I don't want to fuck up another child's life and all of this stuff. So when he fell in love with this lady, and like I said, they kissing in the courtyard and they weren't married. Her brother walked in on them kissing and he was like, get your motherfucking hand. And him and her brother were close. They were friends. But you get your hands off my sister. You are spoiling her for her husband. I was like, look, it's just a kiss, but he was up under that 1800 dress. His hands was all up under that dress now. And so I'm like, you get your hands from under that dress and you go dirty hands, honey. Y'all ain't washed y'all hands. I wonder what their breath smell like, because I ain't seen nobody brush their teeth. And so, and they get just kissing and licking and lapping and all on each other. I'm like, what that breath doing? What that breath doing? What that breath doing? What that breath doing, bitch? And so his brother was like, we're going to have to settle this like men. We're going to do a duel. Now, fuck this. Get your hands off my sister, and I'm going to see you at 5 a.m. out in the field, and we're going to shoot at each other. Fuck that. We shooting at each other. So then the sister, she laid around and thought about it. And she was like, no, fuck that. You ain't about to kill my man, honey. And you ain't about to kill my brother. So she got out of bed and she was asking the man. She was like, well, what is the duel? Please tell me. Please tell me. And here she come riding the horse like Zorro, honey, to save the day. And she rode in between them and they shot. And I thought they shot her crazy ass. I'm like, what you riding in the middle of some people with a gun for? You supposed to be like, stop. Let us know you here. Don't be just riding in the middle of a goddamn gunshot. You are not Wonder Woman. Stop playing with me. And so they shot. The horse flipped her up and made her fall down. And here they both go. And then she was like, I need a moment with my man. Because I know this man is my man, honey. He didn't kiss me. He had his hand all up under my 1800, honey. I felt his peace and all that stuff, honey. He likes me and I like him, bitch. So we get married. And so he was like, she told him, the Duke, Daphne told the Duke, she was like, so you would rather die than marry me? And she was pissed at that point, honey. It had gotten dry in this area. Oh, it was like the Mojave Desert. It was so dry. She was never going to let him have a sample, honey. And he was like, well, it's not that. I just know I can't give you any kids. So they got married anyway. She was like, well, fuck that. Y'all ain't about to die. I don't want you killing my brother. I don't want you killing my man. And she had a proposal from the prince already at this point. But she's like, I cannot marry the prince, honey. I'm going to have to go over here with this fine motherfucker who looked like the Last Dragon co-star. I'm just going with the fine one. And the prince was handsome too, but he was not this fine. It is a difference between Rebe Jackson and Janet Jackson. It's two different things. So they got married and she didn't know about sex. She was pissed off. She didn't know about sex. And he had whispered in her ear before they got married. He was like, honey, I know you touch yourself. And she was like, touch myself? And he was like, below the waist. And she was like, honey, I didn't even know there was a such thing, honey. And so she had never even touched herself or nothing. So on their wedding night, he had got separate rooms. And she was like, no, fuck that bitch. I'm not even moist, honey. I'm drenched in areas that I didn't even know I could be drenched from, bitch. I didn't have to change my clothes 2 times on the way to the hotel. Looking at your sexy ass, honey. So I'm gonna need you to pull off your clothes, honey, and do something to me, honey. And he was like, well, I didn't know you wanted me in here. They're so goddamn proper. I'm like, pull your clothes off and push that shit up in here. That's how she was thinking. Because she even said it. It was too much. So as time went on, they kept making love. When it came time for him to climax, he stops and roll over. And so she's like, does it hurt? Because she don't know shit, honey. She don't know if it's Tuesday or Wednesday. So she's like, does it hurt? And he's like, no. And he knows that if he ejaculates in her, they're going to have a child. And so she was like, I don't know. But she asked one of the servants, she was like, now you tell me how children are made. Now I'm coming to you because you know about these things. I'm asking you because you know about these things. How will I know if he gets me pregnant? She said that. And so the maid was like, look, honey, he gonna stick it in and he has to keep it in until he ejaculates. And then when he ejaculates, that's how, the sperm meets the egg. So she didn't know shit about it. So the next time when he tried that shit, she got him good and ready. Honey, they was making love, and all you see is this. And normally when he's about to, and he's about to roll over, she hopped right on top of his ass, and she was like, she was riding him, and he was like, his eyeballs were about to pop out. He had never came to completion, and it was both of their first times. And his eyeballs were about to pop out and roll downstairs with the servants. And so he was like, And so then he was like, well, why did you do that? Why did you do that? And then she got pissed. She was like, oh, it is true, motherfucker. You've been lying. It ain't that you can't have children. You won't have children. And I want, bitch, I want to start 8 is Enough, the TV show, reboot. Actually, we would have been the first 8 is Enough because we came on way before them. I love the new actors and actresses in this, but I would like to see some familiar faces. Where the hell is Linda Evans and Jacqueline Smith, who played, Kelly Garrett in Charlie's Angels? Where's Linda Carter? I just want to see some old girls. You know what I'm saying? Hell, where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Where you at? All right, so come to find out, the Duchess got pregnant after all, because the story really is about them. Okay, we'll get to the others. Oh, we just got to get to the Queen pretty much. And then, we'll get to the others. But the Duchess is pregnant now. And when she has a baby, she was like, they both were like, well, what should we name the baby? And he was like, let's not break tradition. Let's start with the A. Meaning they're going to have a baby name with a baby name with a B, C, D. Her name was Daphne, so she was the 4th child. So yeah, he said, let's start a tradition. Honey, you turned me out. Shit. And I like this, completion inside, honey. There's some good shit right here. And I ain't gonna not do this because I'm pissed off at my father. Because come to find out, this nosy heifer done read all the letters that he sent to his father. Now, they will read a letter back in the day. I loved it. It was a good show. It was just good. All around, I don't see a reason why it wouldn't be a 10. Because it was good content. It was a good storyline. The people look good. The clothes look good. The decorations look good. The house, the cinematography, everything. It was good. It's good. It's good. It's good. I have nothing bad to say. There's nothing more I would have wanted to see. The 10-year-old, honey, was in love with a full-grown man that was gonna marry. I want to say it's her cousin, but he was gonna marry her cousin, and she wasn't having it. She was cock blocking, honey. She had turned into the National Enquirer at one point, honey. She was the one who was telling the stories, the gossiping, and the Queen hates gossip. The Queen was like, bring me this bitch's head. But they couldn't find out who it was who was gossiping because they were selling it to the newspapers. Oh, it was some good stuff. The Queen, we have a black queen with a white husband with Alzheimer's, honey. It was a mess. But that queen was giving it to me. She was giving me, I was like, wait a minute, Wanda Sykes. She was giving me Wanda Sykes. Now, am I the only one who thought that was Wanda Sykes? Wanda Sykes could have played that part. That's what I mean. Where the old girls at? Like the girls who've been in the game. I want to see them in some shit. But the queen, her husband is like, who is this lady? Get her out of my house. She killed my child. I was like, look, bitch, I'm your wife. Talking about don't get me out your house and kill her. And she killed my child. The queen, she was just a little offended. So the queen was offended. I get it, but she was good. I loved her in her wig. She gave it to me. I like the queen. Let me see. It was the Queen. Oh, the other one, the Furthington's father. He was into some gambling shit, but he faked the boxing match, and the people who he was gambling with, they done killed his ass. But the ladies couldn't inherit the house. It was a whole lot going on because, see, the bed you make is the bed you'll sleep in. The bed you make for someone else, if it's evil or if it's good, energy transfers. So the bed you make for somebody else is the bed you're going to sleep in, Pumpkin Lamb. So anyway, she was trying to get Marina to marry, like I said, mummies. She was trying to get this girl to marry mummies and shit. And then her husband gets killed. The lady who was trying to get Marina to marry a mummy, her husband gets killed. And he took all the money. And so they have no money, no earning potentials. All they have is a closet full of dresses that doesn't apply right now. And I also thought the lady who is the dressmaker in town, I thought she was the gossip spiller. But she was having sex with one of the Bridgerton boys. It was a mess. Oh my God. It was a mess. Because you know she would have been a whore, honey. They were like, girl, you are 40 without a husband and you're going to be having sex with these men? Oh, they would have stoned her ass. Speaking of boxer, that boxer was fine. That motherfucker looked like he moved furniture for shits and giggles. I like it. That's what we would do for foreplay if I was dating him. Hey, baby, can you move the sectional over there? I just moved it like 5 minutes ago. I know. I just like watching. Right. That motherfucker, I'd make him move the whole sectional by itself. I'm gonna stay in here so we can center it. More to the right. And then you see his big ass back and shit moving around. Yes. Come on, move some furniture. You know what I do with big old shoulders like that, honey? You get you some hickory smoked barbecue sauce, you squeeze it in your hand, rub it together, and you massage those shoulders. That's called a shoulder sandwich. Throw some coleslaw on that motherfucker. Okay? So anyway, the boxer was fine, and the boxer and the Duke were friends at one point. They would even spar together. But then the Duke, I guess he passed his lines. He crossed his lines with the boxer. And, well, the boxer lost on purpose. He lost the fight on purpose. Because you know the boxer could have stomped the shit out that guy. Them was some haymakers that boxer was throwing. But he, like I said, the boxer was fine. Everybody looked good. Everybody did look good. I'm talking about the guys look good, the girls look good. Like, you know, when I say... It's not going to be drop dead gorgeous, like I said, in our aspect of beauty today, because it's a timepiece. You know what I'm saying? So for the aspect of beauty from the time of which they were portraying, they look amazing. They did. They did. Even Daphne. Daphne would be plain as shit if she showed up at a West Hollywood party today. But she was turning it for 1742. Honey, she had the Duke head up there in that 1800. When I tell you they was making love, honey, he couldn't keep his face from down there. He could not keep his face from down there. He was like, let's play Krispy Kreme, honey. My face is a donut and you glaze my face. I'm just saying. Let's play, honey. Let's role play, bitch. You a baker. I'm a customer and I need a dozen donuts. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. This is our review from the Bridgerton. Like I said, I had never seen it before yesterday. It just came out and, you know, Boo said we should watch it. So I was like, hey, let's give it a shot. The next review I'm going to do is called, oh my God, what is the name of that movie with Nicole Kidman? The Undoing. I think I'm going to do The Undoing. And someone wanted me to do Belle. So I'm going to look at Belle, an episode or two. But it's just hard, like, for me to keep doing the reality shows because, I know. But if there is a good reality show, I will watch it and do a review on it. But for right now, I want some good old movies like this one. This was good. I need to see some I want to be inspired. I mean, the language of which they spoke. You know what I'm saying? I even like the language. I like just everything. The hair. It's all fascinating. It's just fascinating to me. And I'm pretty sure that if they were watching a time capsule and saw how we dress today, it would be fascinating to them. All right, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you like the video, definitely like the video, subscribe to my channel, and comment. And I will see you next time on the Mario Ramone Review. Have a great day. Peace.